Today I'm talking about the Apex Pro 2 from Hudef. They sent me this paddle to review. There was no money exchanged, and they have no editorial control over this review. I really enjoyed playing with this paddle. We'll get into all those details right after this. I don't know why I said right after this. It's not like I have the ads. Stats are on the screen for you right now. I want to talk about three specific things when it comes to the stats. The first being the supercritical foam. Now, as I understand it, from what I can tell from an image that I've seen, this isn't a full foam paddle. It's actually a layer of supercritical foam between the polypropylene core and the face of the paddle. Now, supercritical foam is that foam that you see on shoes. It's lightweight, it's extremely durable, and it holds its shape very well. So I think that lends itself well to pickleball paddles. Because of that, the weight is a little bit higher because you have that extra layer of foam between the polypropylene and the face of the paddle. It adds about 1/10 to 2/10 of an ounce, I think, to the weight of the paddle. Makes it feel a little bit head heavy, but not so bad that the paddle feels slow. So you're going to want to consider that if you're someone who likes to customize your paddle and you don't want to go over a certain weight. And the third thing that I want to talk about is the handle circumference, which is 4 1/8 inch. Most paddles are coming in at around 4 1/4. So if you like a little bit smaller circumference on your handle, then I think that's going to be one of the things that'll make you want to choose this paddle. All right, let's get into the meat of the review and starting with drives and serves. Serves felt good. I'm able to put a lot of topspin on them. The amount of power that I put into this paddle is what comes out of it. Additionally, when I'm driving the ball from baseline or even mid-court because a ball was left high or something like that, I'm able to get the ball to dip and put enough power on it to where I can put away the ball without having to worry about it coming back. A lot of your standard shape paddles like this, they don't typically have the put away power of an elongated or a hybrid paddle. And so I was really pleased to see that I had those drives and powerful serves available to me with this paddle. Moving on to drops and resets, I didn't feel like I had any trouble dropping the ball from the baseline or mid-court into the kitchen. Once I was able to adjust to how the paddle feels, how the ball feels coming off of the face, it went quite well. I was able to do really nice cross-court drops with this from the baseline, and that really was something that I was surprised with. I thought the balls would fall short most of the time because this does have a bit of a muted, soft feel. And sometimes when you have a paddle that's got that muted, soft feel, it's a little bit harder to get those cross-court drops in from the baseline. Additionally, from mid-court, resetting the ball after, moving up after your third shot or your fourth shot, resetting that ball felt comfortable. I didn't at any time feel like I was out of control with this paddle. It felt stable in the hand when those drives were coming at me and I was resetting them either back into the kitchen or back to the player. So dinks in the kitchen. Dinks feel buttery smooth with this paddle. Whether I'm dinking straight ahead, to the middle, or cross court, I never felt like I was out of control when I was dinking. I didn't fear that I was going to pop up the ball. And I always felt like I could strategically place my dinks with this paddle. Sometimes you get a paddle and the face of the paddle is real poppy and you don't feel like you can be as strategic with your dinking. With this, I did feel like I could. When I got in those firefights, even though the paddle felt a little bit head heavy, adding an overgrip helped add another 1/10 or 2/10 of an ounce to the handle to help balance that out. You may want to add some weight to the throat to help pull that weight down, or maybe even one of those end cap weights as well to pull that weight down so that the paddle feels a little bit faster at the kitchen, so that when you get in those hands battles, you feel confident that you can get the paddle around fast enough. I've been really impressed with the quality of the paddle. I think the graphics look nice. They're not overstated, but they're unique. Has held up quite well. I've clashed paddles quite a few times with people playing and testing this paddle, and it's managed to hold up to that as well. It's even got a few marks on it here and there from where other paddles have hit it. The face feels good. Nothing feels like it's delaminating. I'm not hearing any crackling. And it just feels like a solid paddle. Sorry, they're mowing down there. And for some reason, they're mowing the street. Okay. Uh, but other than that, I'm really impressed with this. I believe this comes with a 1-year warranty. If I'm wrong about that, I'll post that here on the screen. So you know that when you're getting this paddle, you're getting something that they're going to stand behind. I already talked about the appearance a little bit. The graphics are a little muted, but they do stand out. I do like the colorway of this. It would be nice to see this in a little bit different colorway, maybe with a different color edge guard, maybe a red or a white edge guard. Other than that, I don't have any complaints about how the paddle appears. All right, so now we get to the part where a lot of people want to know, okay, John, you've convinced me to get the paddle. How much does it cost? Well, it starts at $150, $149.99. But if you use my discount code GenXDinks, you can get this for $135. A lot like some other brands, and especially since this isn't a fully polypropylene core paddle, I think you're going to find that it's going to hold up quite well. I think the 1-year warranty adds to the value of this paddle. And really, these days, if you can get a quality paddle for under $200, you're doing great. If you can get it for under $150, that's even better. So value-wise, I think the Hudef Apex Pro 2 is right there with a lot of other brands that are making high-quality value paddles. So who is this for? Well, because it's a standard shape paddle, I recommend this for beginners all the way up to advanced players. It's not often that I find a paddle that I say a beginner can pick up this paddle and play with it, and an advanced player can pick up this paddle and play with it. Now, I'm by no means a super advanced player. I'm knocking on the door of 4.0, hoping to get there pretty soon here after a couple tournaments. I think most people would consider that an advanced player once you hit 4.0. Anyone out there who's looking to get a value paddle and wants something to keep in their arsenal, to keep in their bag that they can pull out or make it their daily driver, the one that they're going to use all the time and their main paddle. Okay, so final thoughts. Once again, use code GenXDinks. You'll get this paddle for $135. There's a link in the description below where you can do that. Again, the handle, 4.125 inch around instead of 4.25. And it is short. It's 5.1 inches. So it's a little bit shorter. It does make the two hands a little bit more difficult and feels a little head heavy. But despite those things, I still think this is a quality paddle that a lot of players will be able to get out there and play with and enjoy, especially an intermediate player who's looking to improve their game, and they want a paddle that they can trust is going to be consistent when they hit the ball every single time. That's the Hudef Apex Pro 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.